Hi everybody, Mr. Custard here with a party hints and tips video. It's quite long, so I've got some help with me today. Now I was going to start this video with the what's it? Have you noticed everybody on YouTube goes what's it? So for this occasion we're not going to have what's it? Just a professional video helping you plan a perfect party.
What's that?
No guys, I said we're not doing what's up. Stop it.
It would be helpful if Mr. Custard could set up close to a mains power supply. He would advise you on the best place for him to set up when he arrives. But if you have a specific place you would like him to set up, please make sure he can access the power supply. If power really is a problem, Mr. Custard has the ability to run without power for a short time. Background noise. A lot of parents will want to stay to the party. It is a great chance to catch up with one another and enjoy the fun. To give your children the best show possible, we do advise you avoid the noise of parents chatting in the background, preventing the children from hearing the show. Mr. Custard has a microphone, but this doesn't always solve the problem, as parents then begin talking even louder to make themselves heard over the show, which escalates the noise level. Unfortunately, this can prevent the children hearing and enjoying the party. We realise that there is so much somebody can do to control this, so feel free to discuss options from his years of experience. If possible, encourage parents to keep the noise level to a minimum. Now over to Mrs. Custard, my Nan.
Unexpected numbers. When planning food and drink for your party or party bags, always plan for a few more unexpected guests. It's always better to over-cater than under-cater, as sometimes parents end up bringing siblings too. Should I invite the whole class? Ooh, that's a tricky question. Mr. Custard likes to put this question another way. If you were holding a party, would you invite everyone at your place of work or club or society? Ask the birthday child what they want instead of second guessing. After all, it's their special day. Try as we might, we can't always have a personality clash, can we? Mr. Custard loves to have a table to set up at your party if at all possible. Venues usually have one available, but if your party's at home, it's very helpful if you could have a table available in the room for him to use. Thank you.
Yo. What's that? What's that?
I won't tell you again. Stop that, it's really silly.
When to plan a party. I always recommend that customers contact me before booking the venue. I will happily give you 24 hours grace before processing the booking form and issuing a PayPal invoice. The earlier the better. Parents can take a very long time to reply, if at all, so be prepared for that. 4 weeks before avoids clashes with other parties or events. Always ask for an RSVP on the invitations and follow up the invites a week or two later by speaking to parents at school or calling them before the day so you can finalise numbers. Do I need an entertainer? If you want to save yourself a lot of stress and hassle, then yes. I know what keeps children entertained. If a magic trick, game or disco action song doesn't work, then it is stopped in favour of something that does. A lot of kids have a professional entertainer of some sort at their party. Make sure you book me early, as I am in high demand and can be booked up months in advance, especially at Christmas. Book the entertainer before you book the hall, as other venues can be found. Ask me, as I know lots of places, and you can always go to my venue finder on my website.
Hello?
Stop that, that is really silly.
Keep the party focused. We can't advise strongly enough how important it is to keep the room free from distractions while your party's taking place. For example, toys, loose balloons on the floor, bouncy castle, an open buffet for kids to graze, garden toys, equipment. Removing them makes such a difference. We recommend keeping the balloons to one side, perhaps even keep them in a double duvet in another place, and use them as a fun extra when Mr. Custard has gone. See? Easy peasy. If you do have a bouncy castle, then we'd simply ask you to deflate it during the magic show. And if you do want balloons for decorations, simply fix them out of reach of children. And keep any toys for later. Parents always run out of ideas at the end of the party when the entertainer's gone. If you have an open buffet, we'd advise covering it up. Then children know that food is for later. All these things help the children to enjoy the party to the max and have the best time ever.
Do I need a hall? If you have a good sized room in your house that can comfortably fit the number of children you're inviting, then usually this is absolutely fine. Having a hall avoids the mess in your house and it usually has better parking. Many parents have parties in their own homes and they are a roaring success. But if you have a lot of children coming in, then a hall would be better. If you are hiring a hall, then book as early as possible, as popular halls can get booked up very quickly. Why not use Mr. Custard's venue finder or use his blog to help you? If you're really stuck, contact Mr. Custard by email or Facebook and he will do the work for you free. Party bags. Right or wrong, the children will probably expect something to go home with. It is almost an expected feature of birthday parties now. You can always opt for something else like a gift wrapped item for each child, a small toy, a mini book together with a piece of cake, so long as they all have something to take home with them at the end of the party.
Should parents go or stay? If the children are 3 or under, it's important that parents stay. With ages 4 or over, unless they're extremely shy, they'll just be interested in having fun and joining in without mum and dad being there. So, unless you want to have a separate social gathering with parents while the kids are entertained, it's probably best if they go home. It's also worth knowing that if parents stay and are talking in the background, it can make a fair amount of noise that can make it harder for the children to hear the entertainer during the show. They've even been known to try and outshout the entertainer. So if parents do stay and you're having a parent gathering as well, it's best if this takes place in a separate room. Then it doesn't spoil the entertainment for the children.
And now it's time for you to get 10% off any package. Keep watching.
Is this guy for real?
When's the best time to have a party? There's really no optimal day or time. It's down to what's best for you. The weekends are the best times, obviously, as that's when kids are mainly free. But it's becoming more and more common to have parties during the week after school too, which then frees up your weekends for other things. In fact, if you book a weekday party after watching this video, quote Party Hints discount code 2019 and Mr. Custard will give you a 10% discount on any package.